Hello, my divinities. Welcome, welcome. I apologize for not uploading yesterday. I was having some technical difficulties, but they're all sorted now, so we should be fine. It's all good, okay? So, while we prepared for today's collective, I want to go ahead and say thank you once again to everybody who has subscribed. You guys already know you're my MVPs. Subscriptions are my main source of income. And so, of course, I'm always grateful to those of you who are supporting me in that way. It means so much to me. But I'm also grateful to those of you who are making sure to comment, react, share, those of you who send stars. As well as those of you sending donations, all of those things mean a lot to me. Each one of them makes an impact on me and my business. So thank you so much for your support. Now, that being said, let's get started. So today we're going to be using the Oracle of Visions. We're going to be using the Wizard's Tarot, the Everyday Witch Tarot, and the Universal Celtic Tarot. Okay, so let's get started. What's the message for the first collective? Okay. Number 5. Let's see. I don't know why I put that over there. Not yet. Number 5. Okay. So this is the card of Flights of Fancy, Leap of Faith, taking a next step. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Quote by H. Jackson Brown. If you take that leap of faith, oh, the places you could go, but you'll never know until you try. We can dream and hope and take that leap, but there are risks involved. Nevertheless, we do not have to be a tarot fool innocently leaping from a cliff. We can instead assess the scenario, the dangers, and prepare. We can train or educate ourselves, become informed, take precautions, and increase our chances of success. Okay. Well, let's keep that in mind as we start the collective, okay? So, let's see. Give me a few cards, please. So we start with the Tower. The Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands on the Wizard side. Now, I don't know why I was drawn to the opposition between a wizard and a witch, but that's what I was, so that's what we're gonna do. 8 of Wands, 3 of Swords, the Emperor, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Now, let's look at the witch side. Give me a couple of cards, please. We start with the 7 of Cups. Give me a few cards. The Queen of Cups. And the Hanged Man. Overall energy, the Lovers. Death. The Fool. 9 of Swords. You know, I want to remind you guys that this is energies we're dealing with, right? I'm tapping into little strands of energy that I pick up on. So this could be same sex because we do have 2 queens, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, although it could also represent different genders. So this could be 2 men, it could be a man and a woman. Only you guys know how this goes. Now, somebody's making a choice real quick. The Lovers always indicates a choice. And with the 8 of Wands, it's happening fast. Someone is being decisive about it. So they might, the way this could go, this could be a Queen of Wands finally telling an Emperor. It's going to be a shock to somebody, but somebody's communicating here. Either the Queen of Wands is communicating to the Emperor that they want to be with the Queen of Cups, and therefore it's creating heartbreak for this Emperor. or vice versa. The Emperor is the one making this choice, although the Emperor's not showing up on the table, so I'm inclined to think it's more the Queen of Wands. On this side, we have the Queen of Cups, who has been waiting for this queen. Either they've been waiting, or maybe these two haven't even met yet. It could be that the Queen of Wands is saying, hey, I realized, like, I personally am bisexual, right? So I'm attracted to both men and women. But this could be somebody who, the Tower could be a realization that maybe this queen is realizing I'm attracted to my same gender, and I have to let my partner know because I want to go find my person. So these two may not have even met yet. The decision that might be taken could be this person wasn't ready for love, and right when they open themselves up for love, this person is ready to explore. Does that make sense? Let's see. Tell me about the Tower. We have the Moon. Tell me about the Tower. Ooh. Okay, that one went reversed. Okay, Tower reversed. We have the Tower upright and the Tower reversed with the Page of Cups. Five of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of... See, I'm telling you, I really feel like this is the story of a queen who's realizing that they want this Queen of Cups. Now, this could be a masculine, right, who's just in a very feminine energy. It doesn't have to be. But it's like they're realizing something. This is Excalibur. So it could be that the whole time they were worried that if they announced this, if they were expressive about what they really wanted, they would be looked down upon. But Excalibur is saying you are worthy. You're worthy of doing what makes you happy, of nurturing yourself, going for things that bring you joy and happiness. However, with the Five of Swords, this queen is aware that what they are choosing isn't going to be well received by everyone, right? Unfortunately, we still live in the day and age where people care who you're sleeping with. They have a really big problem with you have to sleep with the people that they approve of, otherwise they might be talking shit. So she's finally stepping into her Queen of Wands energy. A confident, vibrant. Now, with the Moon card here, I think that this was something either one, she wasn't clear about before, or two, she was clear, but she was trying to avoid a disaster. She didn't really want to express what she felt or towards who she felt certain things. So she was trying to avoid a disaster for a long time, but it finally hit. It's still, you can't run from yourself. Page of Cups here. I think that this is something that she's shy about, or she was shy about, because of how it could be received, the criticism, the insults, the possible violence she may even go through for expressing what her actual desire is. She's stepping out of her comfort zone, though, because she's in a much more, I don't know what happened. The Tower could have been, she finally lost her patience, or it could have been a realization. Whatever it is, she stepped into this place of like, you know what? I'm just going to be real clear with what I want. Tell me about the Page of Wands. Tell me about the Page of Wands. Oh, I forgot to mention, the Queen of Wands could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as well as Page of Wands. Queen of Cups could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be. We also have the Tower, which is Scorpio or Aries energy. We have the Moon, which is Cancerian energy. Page of Cups, again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And the Lovers, which is Gemini. Tell me about the Page of Wands. Tell me about the Page of Wands. I usually forget to call out the signs because I'm so caught up in this story, but I'm going to try and keep track of that. Clarify page. Okay. I guess there's no clarification. Nothing wants to come out. So we're just going to go with what it's trying to say already. That she is stepping out of her comfort zone. So let's clarify the Queen of Wands. See, that one came out real quick. Queen. See, I knew that was the Queen of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. There you go. The Lovers. The Lovers. The Lovers. The Lovers. All right. with the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to say that this queen already knows who the Queen of Cups is, because there's a lot of emotion here. There's a lot of wanting to be in this place of giving. There could be, I'm not saying that this is how things are, but there could be some sort of struggle the Queen of Cups is going through, because of the Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands is in a generous energy, wanting to give. They're in Queen of Pentacles energy. They're saying, my person needs me. And since my person needs me, that could have been part of the reason why they're like, look, I have to just be clear. I have to express what's going on in my heart, my mind. I want to be with this person. They want a new start to life. And they really look up to this Queen of Cups. There's a lot of admiration there. There's a lot of, yes, there's passion, but there's this admiration of like, there's nobody like this queen, not in this person's eyes. With the Queen of Pentacles, again, this is somebody who's very practical. It's not like they're doing dumb things. So they are going to take a leap of faith. But remember, the card number 5 was talking about, just because you take a leap of faith doesn't mean you have to do it, in a foolhardy way. You can still assess the pros and cons, the dangers, the possible issues you're going to face. So she is asking questions. This queen is asking questions, but I'm not sure for what. Maybe it's going to require a move. But look, again, it indicates a choice. So there is a potential, because we do see 2 feminines here, that this queen is choosing between the Queen of Cups and someone else, but I don't think so. Could be still. Let's see. Or maybe the queen, maybe this is somebody really open-minded, because the page is open-minded energy. And maybe the queen is deciding, I could be with my Queen of Cups and my Emperor, as long as I'm honest with both. That could be a possibility too. Let's see. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. Because I feel like the Queen of Cups is over here dealing with a lot of different either projects. This could also be suitors. Let's see. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. Queen of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. The Hierophant and, oh, Page of Wands. Okay. With the King of Cups. The Devil. Ten of Pentacles. So, no. This queen, they've already met in some way, because there's the Queen of Wands right there. This Queen of Cups considers the Queen of Wands the masculine for her, although she knows that this is a Queen of Wands. Again, this isn't about gender, this is an energy, right? But she considers this person more, not that they're less emotional than she is, they're just more in control of their emotions. But with the Devil here, I'm going to say that she's been hoping, because we see her with the Hanged Man over here. She's been hoping that this person hasn't let go of her. She's been hoping that this Queen of Wands hasn't released the attachment they have. That the Queen of Wands feelings haven't changed. And I don't think they have. Because the Queen of Cups is over here at the Seven of Cups. She's daydreaming about the time when they can come together. Five of Pentacles. She misses this person a lot. She misses everything about them. If it was up to her, she would be married to this Queen of Wands. But it's almost like she's aware. These two might have broken up because the Queen was like, look, I'm married, or I'm going to go get a boyfriend. I can't be seen with a woman, or there could be other things. If these two are, opposite genders, it could be something different. But with this coming out, the Queen of Cups is aware it's going to have to take the Queen of Wands stepping out of their comfort zone for this to work. And they may not know it now, but the Queen of Wands is stepping out of her comfort zone. So let's see. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. We got the Three of Wands. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. The Strength card. Two of Swords. With the Two of Wands, the Seven of Wands, King of Cups. So this queen has been debating whether they should come forward to the Queen of Wands or not. They feel like this queen has said or done something that makes them think, if I approach, I'll be annoying this person. So with the Two of Wands, the only thing they could do is kind of prepare for the day where they could speak to this person. They're preparing for the day. See, they might not, I don't know if they're doing this purposely or not. I don't see any cards of the Magician, which to me would indicate manifestation, or maybe that's what this is. All this time, the Queen of Cups has spent fantasizing about this person and preparing for their return. It is a manifestation in a way, because I've told you guys that where energy flows, where your attention goes. So she's focused on the Queen of Wands and she's preparing, like any day she'll show up. It is happening. It's aligning with what she's preparing herself for. But she has been a little indecisive about whether she should approach her or not. With the Three of Wands here, there's some sort of... This Queen of Cups really looks at this Queen of Wands like there's something about them that makes them untouchable. You see, like, it looks like some sort of sacred animal. So, it could have to do with how much they admire the Queen of Wands. They feel like the Queen of Wands has a lot of power over them. So they can't detach from the Queen of Wands. But they're also not... See, this is confusing because the Two of Swords is indecisiveness, right? But in this deck, they're not blindfolded and the swords are not covering their heart. So they're not in denial. They're just, oh, that's what it is. They're being passive. That's why she's just sitting there waiting. That's why the Hanged Man. She just decided, if the Queen of Wands comes to me, that means that she's meant for me. And if the Queen of Wands does not come to me, we're just not meant to be together. Tell me about the Hanged Man. We have the Seven of Cups. Tell me about the Hanged Man. The Judgment. And the Chariot. With the Fool card, Eight of Pentacles, Five of Wands. We keep seeing the Fool energy, but in a very practical energy as well. Because this Queen of Cups has been preparing for a long time, aligning things in their life and possibly facing their own challenges, their own demons, so that by the time the Queen of Wands came around, if she decided to come around, they would be ready to take a leap of faith. But they've been preparing for this. This is something that maybe they knew this was coming. I mean, the Queen of Cups is very intuitive, because it's like Seven of Cups shows up twice over here. And this one, it's like a treasure, but you can't touch it because there's this giant dragon on it, right? At least before. She could look at this treasure, but not touch it. Now, with Judgment here, things are shifting. This is coming back around. But she has put in a lot of will, a lot of energy into the situation, which is why it's coming back around. Okay, let's see. Let's do the next row. Next row, please. Got the Wheel of Fortune. Next row. The Seven of Pentacles. The Devil. Nine of Wands, Seven of Cups, Strength. The Hierophant. Let's see this side. Give me 3 more cards. Three of Wands. Six of Cups. Oh. Four of Cups. And the Nine of Pentacles. Overall energy, Page of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, the World. Okay. So this, it's not the best thing, the fact that we do have the Devil coming out for this connection. So it's the energy of we can't live without each other. That's the energy. But of course, we know that the reason that that's connected to the Devil is because that is codependency, right? You should not have a human you can't live without. It's different whenever you've spent, like, you know, people who spend decades together and then they say, oh, I can't picture my life without this person. That's different because they've integrated their life, you know, together so strongly that it would feel like a piece of them is missing if that person's gone. These two are not together. They may have been together in the past, but it's showing up stronger on the Queen of Wands side. Even though the Queen of Cups is clearly waiting, the Queen of Wands is showing up with the Devil. They're the ones that really can't live without the Queen of Cups, which is why they're causing some sort of explosion when they finally take action. So with this Nine of Wands, not only is it showing me that, I don't know, this card usually is a very optimistic card, but this is pretty dark. It feels very much defense energy. I think, I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm going to say that the Queen of Cups might have been manifesting, but they never did work. It's not like they set out to cast a spell that would make the Queen of Wands come back. And there could be a suspicion because the Queen of Wands has a little bit of a darker nature with the Devil showing up here. They have a very suspicious mind is what I feel. And their suspicion, because they felt such a great pull to the Queen of Cups, their suspicion was that the Queen of Cups was doing something to lure them to her. They kept imagining all sorts of possible things the Queen of Cups is doing because they felt like this queen has too much power over me. And ultimately, that's why they tried to, this emperor that it showed them with before, that's why they were trying to attach themselves to someone else. Because they felt like if they attached themselves to someone else, then this Queen of Cups wouldn't have all this power over them. Meanwhile, the Queen of Cups over here has been putting in a lot of work. This was also, the Page of Cups, Page of Wands is showing up for both. So maybe the Queen of Cups wasn't out yet. Maybe they haven't expressed that they're, you know, interested in their own gender, or if this is a man, that whatever they are, there's something here about it's putting them out of their comfort zone. So they've been preparing. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, the World. They have been leveling up. They've been doing their personal work to where they're mentally preparing themselves to take this leap. They've been not only mentally preparing themselves, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, they've been preparing their life. So let's say that these two live in different continents. Let's say that they live in different states or countries. This queen has been preparing herself for the day when this queen shows up and says, let's be together. And then she'll be ready. She'll be like, yes, let's do that. Because she's been preparing. She's been putting in the work, and she's ready to reap the harvest of all that hard work. So I think it has to do with her having psychic abilities, or maybe clairvoyant, clairaudient, claircognizant gifts, because she knew it was coming. Now, was she contributing to the manifestation? Yes. But I don't think she cast work. I think it was just the certainty that this would happen, because she had possibly seen it in a vision, possibly seen it through some form of divination, most likely. But she knew that this queen would return. She knew that even if there had been a rejection, this queen would never forget her and would eventually come back around. So she stayed single. She stayed very focused on her own pursuits, waiting for the day where this queen would communicate and say, you know what, I regret rejecting you. We have the 4 and the 6 of Cups. You are my happiness. Because honestly, this queen has been preparing too. Look, she also shows up with the 7 of Pentacles, using different materials to create one final result. So that's why it turned out the way it did, because they've both wanted the same thing. They both wanted the same results. But I think that the work over here was this queen having to trust that the pull they felt towards the Queen of Cups was natural. There was nothing abnormal about it. And they've been resisting it, but it's finally gotten to this point where they just can't anymore. They know what they want. They know who they want. And they're not going to let anybody stop them anymore. Not even themselves. With the Wheel of Fortune, in fact, I think that this Queen of Wands is realizing that they feel a fated connection towards the Queen. And maybe some people interpret a fated connection like, oh, that means it's going to be karmic. It's going to be a bad karmic relationship. And maybe that was why she was resisting for so long. But keep in mind, karma, just like fate and destiny, have two sides to everything. Just because something is fated or can feel karmic doesn't mean it's going to be negative. Oh, I just knocked those aside. So let's see. Let's start by clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune for me. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Hermit, the Magician. Clarify Wheel of Fortune. And the 8 of Wands. With the 10 of Cups. See, the 6 and the 4 of Cups is here. They both see each other as their happiness. Ace of Pentacles, the World. The only difference is that I think for some time this person was the one that was in denial, not this one. This person was the one that was defensive and protecting themselves against this connection. And they finally realized, if I want the person that's my happiness, I have to level up. I have to be willing to offer something serious. I have to be willing to show this person that they matter to me. So, the Hermit. Yeah, they've done a lot of introspection. Because I'm telling you that they were convinced for possibly a long time that this queen was doing some sort of magic on them. And they finally realized that no, they have the opportunity to make this happen, but they'd have to take action. They'd have to communicate. And they may not realize that the reason this is going to align so perfectly is because of that, because they both want the same thing. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune again. Seven of Pentacles. Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles. With the Nine of Wands again. Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. I see. So this Queen of Wands had to deal with this King of Pentacles for some time. They might have been married. Maybe this person was married and then they found the Queen of Cups, felt this passion, this emotional connection. They ran because they're like, what the hell? I'm married. I need to, especially for someone of my same gender. Maybe this is very new to them because we do have Page of Wands, remember, for both people. But they had to continue this connection to realize that they were kind of forcing themselves to be in a place that they didn't want to be. They had lessons to learn with that king. Maybe they thought, oh, that's just a passing lust, it'll go away. But they definitely, their connection with the King of Cups, King of Pentacles, was also fated. It was also destined. Because they had to get to this place. They had to learn how to be confident. They had to learn how to embrace their own nature, how to not, feel ashamed for what they actually want or what they actually feel. So instead of being defensive, they had to learn to use that Nine of Wands energy as the energy of, I'm never giving up. I'm not letting this go. Clarify the Devil. The Moon, the Knight of Wands. Clarify the Devil. Clarify the Devil. The Three of Wands and the King of Swords. Yep. With the Sun, the Ace of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah. So they were in a connection with someone where they didn't feel any passion. They didn't. The person they were with did. And I'm telling you, they were really struggling. That was, the devil energy was their codependency to the other connection, their fear. That's what it represents. Their dirty little secret was the fact that they didn't want to be there. That was their dirty little secret. And it's interesting to me that they call it that, because ultimately, we all have things that we would rather keep private, right? Unfortunately, when we fall in love with someone, at some point it's gonna be known. So this queen's greatest fear was, I think, possibly being judged for who they were in love with, being looked down on, being shamed for their choice. So they were forcing themselves to stay in a connection with someone who showed up as King of Pentacles, King of Swords. So they are possibly stable, very intelligent. Knight of Wands, they felt a lot of passion for her, but she didn't feel it for them. The passion she felt was for this Queen of Cups. And that was what she had been hiding this whole time. Especially with the Three of Wands there, that this person saw a future with her. But the future she saw was elsewhere. Her happiness, her sense of wholeness, of completion, was not with this king. It was with the queen. Tell me about the Three of Wands. Tell me about the Three of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. Three of Wands. Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Swords. The Knight of Cups. The Chariot and the Emperor. 1 second, let me drink some water. Okay. This is interesting to me because the Queen of Cups shows up as someone very intuitive. So I believe that she knew ahead of time that this Emperor might have looked up to the Queen of Wands. They really wanted to be the Queen of Wands. They felt a lot of emotion for the Queen of Wands. And yet the Queen of Cups knew where the Queen of Wands wanted to be. She also knew that the rejection that had happened was out of fear, wanting to hide what she actually felt, where she actually wanted to be, who she wanted to be holding. So when this Queen of Wands walked away, the Queen of Cups knew, you'll be back. One day you'll free yourself from that fear, and I know you'll be back. They were really certain. They were right, because here we go. Tell you about the Six of Cups. Oh, okay, that's several cards. Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Overall energy, Nine of Swords, Judgment, and Five of Cups. I'm telling you, this queen just knew. They knew. You probably can't even sleep without dreaming of me. I know that what you want is to reconcile with me, because you can't walk away. You did walk away, but you can't forget. You can't get over it. So she didn't pressure the Queen of Wands. She just allowed the Queen of Wands to walk away, but she started preparing herself for when the Queen of Wands came back, because she knew. She knew it would happen. There was this really powerful connection between them. And she knew, just like the memories are impacting me, I know that our memories are impacting you too. You see how it shows her with a little belly here, pregnancy? It's like she knew it would take time. And maybe it's taken 9 months, because we do have 9, 9, and 9. And a pregnancy does take about 9 months. So maybe it's taken 9 months for this Queen of Wands to come back around. But this Queen of Cups has been very patient, staying to herself, focusing on herself, giving to her community, receiving from her community, being very at peace, meditating, connecting to the earth. Like they've just been working on themselves. They knew that when the time was right, this queen would spin the block. Let's see. Tell me about the Four of Cups. Four of Cups. Got the Sun. King of Cups, Two of Swords. With the Three of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So it's just reiterating what I've mentioned, just adding more details. Like the fact that the Queen of Cups knew that her and this Queen of Pentacles had already built a foundation that nobody could destroy. I mean, if you look at Stonehenge, look at how long it's been there, right? That's the type of connection they had. She knew thousands of years can pass and you're still going to remember me. Through multiple lifetimes, you're going to remember me. This is a powerful, strong connection that nobody can undo, not even you. So she knew she would be back. She knew that the rejection was coming from a place of fear, that ultimately, the moments that they've had, it could be that this queen was very expressive and let this queen know how happy she was, how in love she was, how emotionally connected she was. So she only knew, all I have to do is wait. And I will wait. And eventually, here comes this queen. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. The Tower. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands. And the Four of Swords. With the Knight of Cups, Chariot, and the Emperor. So this takes on a little bit of a different meaning because of the clarifiers we've received. I really think that this queen knew the amount of willpower and strength it would take for this Queen of Wands to be the one to walk away from the Emperor. Because I think that the Queen of Wands did admire the Emperor, did look up to the Emperor. They just weren't in love with the Emperor. I think that they were in love with the idea of the Emperor, but the one that they actually were in love with is this Queen. So I will say this. I don't know that this Queen even expects this to be this soon, because it's going to be a shock still for her, even though she's been waiting. She just, look at, now there's a blindfold. She didn't know when. She knew it was going to be difficult. Her waiting was going to be difficult. She didn't know how long it would take. She didn't know when it would happen, how it would happen. All she knew is that she just had to be relaxed, follow her own purpose, heal herself, and not take it personally. She didn't want to take it personally because she knew the rejection was not about her. It was about this Queen's fear of being connected to her. So even if this is a man and a woman, it had more to do with maybe something cultural, maybe something religious. There's some fear here that was holding this Queen back, that she's now at the point where she doesn't care. And she's now coming towards this Queen of Cups. So, wow. Okay. This is interesting. I hope that to those who this applied, I hope that you guys found something useful in it. As usual, I look forward to feedback, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.